Welcome to the FARAO podcast. I'm Brady. Black tax. What is black tax? Black tax in a layman's language is where maybe you have been struggling or your life has not been together. Now you found a job or something to do and that is bringing in money, and people think that you owe them something or you have to pay for where you are. And this one especially affects those people who are working abroad, and people have been observing them, people have been seeing them suffer. Let me use that word. And now that they are abroad, they think that things are easy for them. Well, I'd like to counter that, because life abroad may not be as easy as we think it is. When this person goes there, there's culture shock, and money cannot be enough, especially if you're working in the States. But that does not limit it to the States alone. Even in other places, there are bills to pay. And when you get these jobs, you find that the bills are bigger. You now have to look at things differently from the way you're looking at them while you're still maybe in your homeland. And in this episode, I'll talk about Kenya mostly, but you can relate from whatever country you're in, whether you're in Tanzania or whether you are outside Africa, you can relate. So my view on black tax: when you're working abroad and someone asks for help from around home and you tell them that I cannot manage that, they think that you're just being selfish and you are in money. They may not understand that you have bills to pay and you have goals that you have set. Because when someone decides that now you have to leave, no one wants to leave Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful place. Despite everything, Kenya is a beautiful place and no one wants to leave their home. But there's that pressure to fulfill goals, and you may feel that now it is time for me to leave. So people think that because you've left, and they think that everything for you is a Romeo and Juliet and everything is romantic. You're living your life, and maybe you may post some pictures of places where you're living and people think, this person is flowing in money, now let us harvest. And you see, there's someone who mentioned that when you are abroad, you become like a light bulb and a lot of insects will come towards you. By saying insects, we are not questioning dignity. A lot of people come to you with a lot of issues. They want you to help them. They may ask for money. The thing with money, when you add 1 to 1, it's not equal to 2. It's equals to 1 million, 2 million, 10 million. So you have to be very keen with that. See, like 10 people, each one wants you to help them with 2k, 2 times 10, that is 20k. If they are 100, that is 200k. When you tell them no, or when you help one and tell the other no, they may feel that this person is a stingy, but that is not actually the case. You're looking at your life also, and you know that even this 2k that you're giving, it could still be of help to you. Because maybe you have parents or you have kids and you have to look after them even from abroad. That is basically about black tax. And black tax can even be from your own parents. They may think that our kid is making a lot of money now. I have this, I have that. And maybe sometimes you're overwhelmed with this thing. And sometimes you may not know. Sometimes you may not know that you're being taxed. You may do it and see that I've just been working for my parents and my kid. It is not bad to work for your parents and your kid, because that is actually the reason that you are there. But there are also some goals in this life that you have to achieve. And you may see, maybe you want to build, maybe you want to buy land and all those things. So black tax comes in the way and you can't achieve these goals. So let's talk about us who are left here. And this is something that we may not understand very well, but you have to look at this person who has traveled for work. They're not going there to floss, or they're not going there to show us, hey, I can be in America, hey, I can be in Italy. No, they are going there because they want to make an improvement in their life. So as much as we look at them and think that these people are rich and they do not want to help us, maybe you say that they have done one thing, maybe they have bought something at home, maybe they have built, or maybe they're starting to build, and you think that these people, they are having their shit together. So you feel that now it is time for me to harvest. So you think that it is time for me to tax them. No, it shall not be like that. We should try to be understanding. Now, you see, when you start looking at people as you'd look at yourself, that improves a lot of our relationship with them, because now you start being fair to them and you stop taxing them, being mean to them, and feeling that this person has reached here, maybe you've helped them. Yeah, you see, even these people that go abroad, they have also benefited from our help, either directly or indirectly. We have to stop having this thing of they owe us, and I know there are people who have that thing in them that huyu si nilimsaidia hapo mahali penye amefika, ni mimi nimemsaidia hadi amefika pale. So you have that thing in your mind that now they owe me, they should pay me. We have to get out of that. We have to get out of that, and we have to be keen, and we have to be understanding and know that these people, they are looking out for themselves. Instead of doing that, why don't we now ourselves try to get there also and try to get that money that they are also chasing, so we can also improve our lives. It is not limited to that one person. You too can do it. Instead of applying pressure to these people, why don't we ourselves try also go there? If it is that easy, why don't we also try to make it there and see how life is there? That is a little bit tough, that is a little bit strict, but that is how things should be, and that is how we should approach things. Instead of being unfair to others, why don't we try to put our feet in their shoes and see, do they fit? That is to make us feel the pain also when they tell us it is not there, and to understand that now it is not there and it is okay when it is not there. And as much as maybe we may say they have done this and that, it is okay when they tell us that they are not in a position to help, or they are not in a position to assist in one or two that we thought maybe they could. I'd now like to look at those people who are abroad, those people who have traveled. I know it is your money, and I know you have plans for it, and you know how to use it, and you cannot be told how to use it, but you have to be very careful with black tax. You could work, you could go abroad and work and come back with nothing. And in most cases, this coming back with nothing or little is tied to us being there for friends and us being there for family, which is a good thing, and it is always good to come through to our friends. But know your limits, and look at the money that you're making, and look at the goals that you want to achieve in this. Do not spend so much when you know that you too need that help, because just try to look at yourself and the life that you had before you traveled, and maybe now you're having better life than what you had, so you have to maintain that better life. It is not bad to help people, but also the very first episode of this podcast, we said that you should choose you. And I think the first episode of anything says a lot about the whole thing. So also in this, choose yourself. As much as your family is there, know what you should give to your family. Come up with a plan. Plan your money. Know that this portion, I'll give it to the family. This portion, I'll give it to my kids. This portion, I can spend. You could say that I'm putting aside, like, let's say 1K, and this 1K is for friends. If a friend comes with an issue and says, oh, I've not eaten supper, and you think that, let me give this one 200 shillings, let me give this one 100 shillings, let me give this one 50 bob. So you can plan your money like that. That is an example. You can decide now, my family, I'll be spending 5K to the family, and I'll be saving this kind of amount. That is idealistic, but it could help you if you have that kind of plan, and you know that this money I'm putting this, and this one is for emergency, because you do not know, especially if you're working in Asia, or they like to call it Gulf, especially if you're working in Gulf, you may not know what will happen, because when there are different people from us, you may find yourself in trouble, and you may need your money to save you. So you also have to have a very strong saving habit, which will save you in future. You may not know what will happen in future. There are so many cases where the employer now refuses to pay you, refuses to take care of your bills and such. So you have to look at that also, and you have to put savings aside, because you're not at home. You're very far away from home, and anything could happen to you. So you also have to take care of yourself. So make sure you have that emergency. Do not spend to the last coin. Have limits. You can say that I'm working for this, and this is what I'm paying myself. You may decide now, in this salary, if you're getting, say, 100 Gs, you may say that this 50 Gs, this is my pay. The other 50, I'm putting it aside. Forget about the other 50. Don't even think about the other 50. So you may say that for myself, I'll spend this, home, I'll spend this. And from that 50 that you've put aside, take another portion for saving from that 50. Now save it. And I think if you used that kind of a plan, you will be really fast. Tell people at home that you do not make a lot of money. Let people know that you're not making a lot of money. Do not reveal what you're earning. Do not reveal what you're making. Because when you tell people that I'm making 100 Gs, people will think now, this one is making a lot of money, let us now exploit. People will exploit you. Tell people that I'm only making this kind of money. Tell people you're even making little, so that people may understand that it is not like that. Come up with something, even lie. Tell them that you're not making that kind of money that they are thinking. It will help you also save. Why be open to everyone and end up now losing everything? It is not good for you. That could really be of help. So I do not have a lot to talk about in this episode. What I'd like to conclude with is that let us try to understand those who are working outside the country. And if you're working outside the country, be very careful with those that you are leaving behind. Try as much as possible. It is not easy to be careful, especially with your parents, with your kids, but try to be very careful and try to be very strict with your money. Come up with a plan. It will really help. Let me know how you feel about what I've said in this episode. Is there a place that you feel that maybe I didn't say something that is good? Is there a place that you felt, yeah, that is a point worth noting? Let me know through the comments. Let me know through the email. Let me know through WhatsApp. Let me know through all the contacts that I've shared. So it is at this point that I say goodbye. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good morning, wherever you are, and may grace follow you. You've been with me, Brady. Thank you so much. Bye bye.